Our organism is fire ants, and the group members are Damaris, Priscilla, Sam, and Luciano. Is our organism cold or warm-blooded? Our organism is ectothermic. Ectothermic is any so-called cold-blooded animal, that is, any animal whose regulation of body temperature depends on external sources, such as sunlight or a heated rock surface.
Ants ants are cold blooded, so they are so their bodies greatly depend on temperature. At high temperatures they will be very active, where at low temperatures they will be very inactive.
The purpose statement of the experiment is to determine what the effect of the temperature of the environment has on the respiration rate of our organism by measuring the production of carbon dioxide in 3 different temperate environments. Our hypothesis was if we change the room temperature to a colder state, then the respiration rate will decrease. Our theory for warm temperatured water and cold temperatured water is if it's in warm water, it will increase in because the metabolism boosts, and in cold water, it will decrease compared to room temperature. The independent variable was temperature of the environment. The dependent variable was production of CO2. The control group was the temperature of the environment. The constants were tap water and containers used for the experiment.
Alright, as you can see, the cold water is at low temperatures, and on the graph it's on the very bottom, and the hot water is on the very top near the room temperature water. But you can see the differences between all three.
How will respiration rates increase or decrease? The respiration rate will get faster because the heat will affect the ants more than cold environment. Ants tend to spread around and run around if there's warm or hot environments. Ants are strategists. Strategists have few offspring, have a long lifespan, and nurtures its offspring. Strategists, in contrast, have many offspring and do not mature. The reproduction of mice follows an R selection strategy with many offspring, short gestation, less parental care, and a short time until sexual maturity. In K selection theory, selective pressures are hypothesized to drive evolution in 1 or 2 generalized directions. The life cycle of ants consists of 4 stages: eggs, larvae, pupa, and adults. Larva, the worm-like larvae, has no eyes and no legs. The pupa, after reaching a certain size, the larva spins a silk-like cocoon around itself. An adult emerges after the pupa. The entire life cycle usually lasts about 6 to 10 weeks. Some queens can live over 15 years, and some workers can live up to 7 years.
Fuck it.
In a food chain, it started off as banana plants as the food, and the insects that eat it are root border insects, banana aphids, and banana skippers. Those 3 are also eaten by ants and wasps, and then finally birds.
And in ecology, the trophic level is the position that an organism occupies in the food chain, what it eats and what eats it, I meant. But there's 4 levels of trophic.
As you can see, the dingo and tiger snake dominate most of the animals. The trees and wallaby grass are eaten by ants and golden sun moths. Striped legless lizards are eaten by tiger snakes and dingoes. The plains wanderer eats trees and grass, but also eats golden sun moths and ants. But as you can also see on the graph, there's many different ways that each one can eat each other.
Right here is the trophic level of the pyramid. The producers, the herbivores, primary carnivore, and top carnivore. Each of them has 1K, 10 kilograms, 100 kilograms, and 1,000 kilograms.
We had to come to a conclusion of accepting or rejecting the hypothesis. We rejected the cold water changes the temperature of its room of the ants, and they basically get frozen. We accepted because the temperature makes it living with the warm water. We didn't find anything wrong with the project. Everything went well, and we listened to everything that was given to us. There could have been many different variables that could have changed the experiment by just using different water and replacing it with sand could have changed it, or even just replacing it with paper towels.